Here's a little help for this lesson 18. Here is an example of a two-way frequency table. It's a two-way frequency table because there's two different kind of sets of variables. We're looking at what sport they are in, and those are the top column here. And then we're also looking at their gender. So if you look at a couple pieces of information in the table, like this number right here is saying 13 people play football and are female. Or this number right here says the total number of people that play basketball is 31. So a relative frequency table is just taking each of those numbers in your frequency table and you're dividing it by their total. So if there's a total of 100, then you're going to divide every number by 100. So it would just be 13 over 100, 23 over 100. And you can convert these to decimals or percents if you would like. So what your question is they want you to make a two-way frequency table where they're talking about dogs and cats, and then vaccinated or non-vaccinated. This first question is worth 10 points, and then if you convert it to a relative frequency table, that is worth 10 points. All the rest of the questions are just 2 points, so this is a big chunk of it, pretty easy. Just think of dog, cat, in total, vaccinated, not vaccinated. So just put your numbers in here and do the same over here, but you're dividing them all by the total number of dogs and cats. The next example I want to give you to help you, I'm going to go over the example on the left, and then your question is on the right. So it says, what percentage of basketball players from the total players are female? So I look at the total players, the 100, and what percentage of basketball players are female. So it would be 16 out of 100, which is 0.16 or 16%. So you're looking at your two-way frequency table to answer these questions. For this question number 4, it's talking about relative frequency. And here I'm kind of reworded the questions. This is basically saying relative to all of the total players, like if you're considering all the total players, how many baseball players are male? So if I consider all of the total players, the 100, how many baseball players are male? So 13 out of 100, or 0.13, or 13%. Conditional frequency, it's like given this is true, what is the probability of this? It's like given this condition. So I've reworded both of these questions. Mine is saying, given that you're a football player. So basically, we don't care about the baseball and the basketball. We're really just focusing on the fact that they are a football player. That is our first condition. So if they are a football player, what is the probability that you're female? So there's 13 females out of 33. And I can divide that to see what it is as a decimal and as a percent. Marginal frequency is dealing with the margins. So for mine, it's the purple totals. So here it says, what is the marginal frequency that of the total players that any are female? So there's 52 out of 100. So for this, we're not going to look at any of the numbers here in the middle. We're just looking at whatever numbers they're talking about in the margins. And one more. This joint frequency. Joint means that more than one thing is happening. So I've reworded mine. I'm basically saying out of all the players, what's the probability that they're both a basketball player and male? So out of all the players, so out of the 100 total players, What's the probability that they are a basketball player and male? So it would be 15 out of 100.